Welcome back to Q-Dads. I'm Steve and we're back with something new and different this time round, and that is Invasion Season 2. Apple TV has just dropped the first episode in this second season, following on from the first back in 2021. The episode, titled Something's Changed, continues the story of Mitsuki and Anisha as they both live with the after effects of the alien invasion that happened 4 months ago. To compare this to the first season, the pace has already improved, with some added action throughout the first episode. I still think it's too early to tell how well this will do compared to the first, but we'll be here to keep you updated every step of the way. The episode starts with Mitsuki in Osaka, Japan. Here she almost leads a group of locals away from the aliens. It's not long before she uses fire to burn the strange looking beasts and starts to throw molotovs at them, which kills them instantly. Now, the first thing I start to wonder about here is how easily fire is able to kill the aliens. We're told they're attempting to terraform the planet and the spores are spreading. But if the fire kills them so easily, how are these things creating spores and not being destroyed just as easily with fire? For a quick second, we feel the WDC or the World Defence Coalition have come to offer their assistance. But instead, this privately hired group just take Mitsuki into a helicopter and leave the country. We jump across the globe to follow Anisha and her family's journey as they attend a gas station. On the radio, we hear that there are increased levels of ammonia, which would indicate an increase in aliens. As Sarah distracts the station owner, Anisha steals some gas while Luke raids the store for supplies. They almost get caught and have to escape quickly, with Anisha counting for 17 seconds. How many times has she robbed the gas stations? And why 17 seconds? This is our first glimpse of Luke, and clearly he's aged quite a lot in 4 months, going from a shy child to a grumpy teenager. I know 2 years have passed since Season 1 production, but Luke's character felt very jarring and unrealistic. Mitsuki is taken across the Amazon rainforest where the mothership resides. A key detail worth mentioning here is that the birds fly in a figure of 8 setting as they did back in Season 1. Does this represent the symbol for infinity, connected to how the aliens may be able to create some kind of immortality for humans, or does it symbolise something else? We're introduced to Nikhil, who is running a private operation outside of military or government control in an attempt to access the ship, which he reveals isn't dead. He mentions that no one has been able to communicate with the aliens since Mitsuki did, and he wants her to enter the ship so they can learn more. Mitsuki has a baseline test done against her in some sort of way of capturing her memories, and later revealed due to contact with the aliens wiping their memories. I did notice here they interrogated her a lot about the astronaut and previous lover, Hinata. Is there something they know that we don't? Is she still alive in some way? As we move back to Anisha's story, we see her asking for gas, but as she does this, Luke spots some petrol in an army truck. A noticeable detail here is that Sarah tries to distract Luke with a game of I Spy.
I spy with my little eyes something beginning with a G.
She mentions something beginning with G. Is this a casual nod to the gas? Or did she spot a gun? Or even a guard coming from the toilet? Luke gets caught with 2 containers of petrol and the family are arrested and thrown into the back of a truck. The army are keen to find the metal block that can hurt the aliens. First, this actually makes me wonder about Anisha's motives. She clearly distrusts the army following Ahmed's supposed death, but would she not think the army having the metal object would be better? Surely she knows about fire being effective, and we see Mitsuki launching petrol bombs at them. It just feels like the metal would be the hardest way for Anisha to defend herself, as she would have to be in stabbing distance of the aliens. The biggest thing here though, is clearly no one else has found any metal like this. So I start to speculate, is this a part from the bigger ship? Or could it be part of a weapon used by other aliens to combat this threat? Could there be more than one type of alien on Earth? Here we meet Clark, the leader of the movement group, who clearly orchestrates an ambush on the army convoy through the use of Ryder and Heinz 57.
Are you okay?
Good old-fashioned Heinz 57.
They enter a compound, a haven of sorts for people hiding from the aliens and the government officials. Is this a safe place, and can we trust Clark? I'm not entirely convinced about him yet. In the final scene, we see Mitsuki enter the ship and walk the corridors, preparing for her contact. At the main chambers, she prepares herself and ventures to make contact with the alien. She changes her settings to expel a frequency that allows the alien to communicate with her. She then plays David Bowie's Space Oddity, which somehow encourages the alien to get close to her, being only centimetres away. This leads me to believe Hinata's mind, or will, has somehow been mixed into the hive mind, and as cliche as it might be, I think that link will bring about the end of the war, with Hinata's will stopping the aliens. This connection somehow awakens Casper, or at least the rhythm of his brain activity seems to change. Overall, this episode was a nice start, visually entertaining towards the end, and was actually packed in with some nice details and extra information about these aliens. And now, I'd like to speak a bit about the aliens we've seen so far. It feels to me that these aliens are some kind of pet or subspecies that is sent to the planet prior to the main aliens arriving, because, as they've mentioned, they're terraforming the planet. Now, this trope has been used many times in media surrounding alien invasion, but it does feel like we have the same thing happening here, so I believe we've yet to meet the real aliens. As mentioned earlier, I think the ship controlling the pet-like aliens is the one in Brazil. I believe Hinata's will has been mixed in with what I think is an advanced AI controlling them. That's why I think certain people hear the aliens. It's the AI getting confused, like what happens with Casper. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Do you think we've actually seen the real aliens yet? And do you think Hinata will make a shock return? If this is the first time you've come across our channel, we actually have weekly recaps and podcasts going on. We're currently doing weekly breakdowns of Foundation, another Apple TV series, so if you like Invasion and you've not seen Foundation, go and give it a go. As always, catch you next time with something new.